things in my refrigerator that sounded sort of yummy to put together. I have some chicken tenders, some Swiss cheese, some off-the-bone ham, and some bacon that I had in there that I want to use up. So I'm going to try to put these together and cook some sort of a chicken thing in the George Foreman Evolve grill. This will be using the grilling plates, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a try while the Evolve grilling system is heating. So what I've done is I've actually taken 2 chicken tenders and put them together, rolled up one of the slices of ham and stuck it in there, and then rolled the entire thing up in bacon. So this doesn't look like one of those meals you're going to want to cook very often, but pretty simple, and it's probably going to be delicious. I didn't add any salt or anything because the bacon's going to be salty enough. So I did preheat the grill up to 375, and then I kind of thought about it and I changed my mind and turned it down to 350. So it's not blinking because it's not hot enough, it's blinking because it's actually warmer than 350. So I have my plates in here, and these are the ceramic plates, so I'm not even going to bother spraying them with a little olive oil, which is what I would have done with my other grill plate. I would have used one of my pump sprays. I don't like to use aerosol cans on these, and I would have done that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get these placed on the grill, and let's go ahead and adjust the camera a smidge and get these started. Let's see, I can probably place them. That looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and get the lid down. We just heard it beep, so it's cooled down to 350, probably because we opened the lid. And we're going to go ahead and check these in about 5 to 6 minutes. Almost forgot my drip tray there. And see how they do. My timer just beeped, and I see that it's getting up to temperature again. And they're looking really good. Chicken tenders aren't going to take all that long to cook. I'm thinking what I might try to do is turn them a little on its side, but that might not work. Actually, I think what I've noticed I've forgotten to do here is to tilt the machine in the drip forward position. So that's going to make a difference, and there goes all the juices. So it's actually grilling better on one side because the bottom side was sitting in the juice. Silly me. So normally you would not have to turn these because they would be grilling on both sides, but as I forgot to tilt the plate, this side was sitting in its juice and not grilling, so I'm going to go ahead and turn them this time. These nonstick grill plates are so good. Sometimes you almost have a hard time when it's tilted keeping the food on them. So I'm going to try this for another 7 minutes and then come back and check. Another 7 minutes, and they're coming along nicely. And what I did is I moved the 2 that were in the front to the back, because with this tilted, the back ones weren't getting as much of a full contact, I think, as the front. So the whole thing sort of slides forward a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on for a few more minutes, and you'll watch as the lid here sort of, is it going to settle? I think this time it's going to sit. Alright, and look at all this juice we're getting out of that chicken and that bacon. So we're going to go ahead and check this back in a few minutes. Alright, that's the timer, so let's go ahead and have a look. Oh, they're looking really good, much better. So I'm going to get my meat thermometer here, and we are going to check. Let's find a nice thick one here. Going to check that this is cooked. Got to be real careful with chicken, and these are chicken tenders, so they really don't take all that long, but it never hurts to be on the safe side. We are at 165 on the dot, so we're going to go ahead and get these guys off the grill. They're looking delicious. nicely crisped on both sides. Gonna let them rest for a few minutes. And what we're gonna do is put half a slice of Swiss cheese that I have had over here on top of each one while it's resting. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my grill and turn it off. My chicken's just resting up, the cheese is melting, and I'm going to show you how simple it is to put together a very easy little coleslaw side dish here. So this is just a prepared coleslaw mix that I got in the store, right in a bag, and I just put a little in a bowl. And I have here probably about maybe 2 tablespoons, I'm going to guess, of mayonnaise. And you can use a low-fat mayonnaise. You don't have to use, you know, full fat, just whatever you like. And I'm going to just stir that around a little bit. I'm more or less folding it in, then stirring it around. I want to mix that all up. We are not exactly having our most healthy chicken dish there, so probably using a lower fat mayonnaise would be better for you. I'm just using mayonnaise with olive oil. Getting it stirred in there really well. And then what I add to that, probably a good squeeze there of lemon juice. I'm thinking that's about maybe half a tablespoon or half a teaspoon. Get it all incorporated. And that's a very simple coleslaw. It took like probably a minute. And it's pretty flavorful, pretty simple. A lot of what I've been cooking is just really simple things. If I make it too complicated, I won't do it as often, and then I'll eat out. And I try not to do that. I try to eat at home. Although, like I said, I'm ashamed to say I have not been making my healthier options lately, but I will be. So that's how you make a simple coleslaw. Chicken is rested and the cheese is melted on top, and here we have the bacon wrapped around and that roll of ham right in there down at the bottom and the chicken in the middle, and there we go. A total of 22 minutes, and I have a meal that I'm gonna go and enjoy.